From era to era to era, the fun goes on. Shakey's 50 years. Shakey's Creamy Spinach Pizza. Creamier.
Creamier, yummier.
From era to era to era, the fun goes on. Shakey's 50 years. Shakey's Creamy Spinach Pizza. Creamier.
Creamier, yummier.
Shakey's 50 years. Shakey's Creamy Spinach Pizza. Creamier.
Creamier, yummier.
As our quadruple header Thursday continues, two more UAAP versus NCAA battles await us today. Good afternoon, volleyball fans, and welcome back to the Shakey Super League Preseason Unity Cup. This is Quick Set, brought to you by Kick, powered by Smart. And for this afternoon, I'm Mikey Abueg, together with Daphne Cristobal and Rhea Agas, will keep you covered. At tingnan na nga muna natin ano nga ba ang naging resulta ng ating mga larot earlier today. For our first game, it was Adamson who prevailed against Arellano in 3 straight sets. For our second game naman, it was the Lady Blazers who won against Ateneo in 4 sets. At 2 p.m., it will be the Lady Bulldogs against the Lady Red Spikers. And for 4 p.m., it will be UST versus Mapua. At humingi nga muna tayo ng konting tips galing kay Rachel Bahamonte ng NU.
Hi, my name is Chelsea Bahamonde, middle blocker from National University. And these are my quick tips on how to be a better volleyball player. First po, syempre discipline. Second is get along with your teammates. And lastly is listen to your coach. Yan ang po. I'm Marcel C. Bahamonde, and those were my quick tips.
And as you can see, what really makes a good team is a good bond with your fellow players. Ngayon naman, as Shakeys continue, we cheer for your team while enjoying your Shakeys favorite with the Super League meal deal. Now available in 3 types, SSL 1099, SSL Classic, and SSL Gold. And it gets even better. Classic and Gold bundles now come with a Shakey Super Card for even more perks and discounts. Whether you're courtside or couchside, enjoy the action with the Super League meal deal. Of course, you can still watch the 2025 Shakey Super League Preseason Unity Cup matches live on Puso Pilipinas, pusop.com, Facebook, and YouTube. You can also watch the games on the Shakey Super League Facebook page. The matches will also be broadcast on Smart Sports Facebook page. And you can also catch the TV broadcast of the matches on Solar Sports on DDT Channel 21, Cable Link Channel 58, and Sky Cable Channel 17. Let's see who will remain undefeated after this game. Will it be the Lady Bulldogs or will it be the Lady Red Spikers?
Good eyesight makes perfect moments. For expert eye care, state-of-the-art facilities, affordable eyewear. Go to EO. EO Executive Optical. Love your eyes.
For Shakey ni Tura.
Bilang with another keen and powerful kill. Stand out from Lady Knights.
Isco hammers that one down. Much more urgency here, but Boyos, oh my goodness! Just here something at the right time.
All confidence that we are seeing for the College of St. Benilde.
Here she is, right on you. And the hang time there from Alinsog.
From her rookie days, we saw this player who is now one of the athletes dito sa National University Lady Bulldogs as they target, of course, to stay undefeated, but she'll go up against with Angel Habacon. We saw her in her rookie days dito rin in the same tournament. Here at Shakey's, trying to guide itong Lady Red Spikers with their strong start here in Pool A. It's gonna be an NCAA versus UAP showdown once again, NU kontra San Beda University. Magandang hapon po sa inyong lahat and welcome once again dito sa Shakey Super League Preseason Unity Cup. My name is Daphne Cristobal with Rhea Raagas and on the sidelines we'll be with Mikey Abueg and Rhea para nga sa ating dalawang koponan. No? So far, they are off a strong start dito sa ating tournament with no records of any losses.
That's right. So this match will going to be an exciting turnaround of events for the respective pool. Of course, we know that NU is the defending champions in the UAAP, but also on the other side of the net, that's San Beda, headed by Coach Kung Fu. So that's something exciting for the NCAA representative.
You know, but right now, let's take a look at our updated team standings. Again, we're divided into 4 pools. Kung saan ngayon, for Pool B, nangunguna itong FEU, undefeated so far. UP with a 2-0 record as well. CSB, nagwagiran yan kanina in 4 sets. Of course, taking a look dito sa ating Pool A, nangunguna dyan. Best finish so far on the side of San Beda. Again, they have this 2-0 record. 5 points kaya sila nangunguna. Ito namang National University with a 1-0 record. So right after this match, only one team will remain unblemished or will have no records of any losses later on. But talking about Rhea dito sa side ng NU Lady Bulldogs, last game, they won against EAC Lady Generals in straight sets.
That's right. The NU Lady Bulldogs wasted no time flexing their might in their last game against the AAC. And in fact, it was a decisive win for the NU Lady Bulldogs, to which they proved all to be instrumental in their every department in that game against EAC. 45 block attack points, 4 block attack points, and 1 ace there, but also contributing less errors on their own.
Well, talking about departure of the veteran players here on the side of NU Lady Bulldogs, 2 players stood out in that game. And of course, it was Celine Marsh, who's not a rookie anymore for the Lady Bulldogs. At syempre, nagkaroon din siya ng tulong galing dito kay Pat Salazar.
That's right, Daphne. NU had a balanced attack on offense in their 3 straight sets win over EAC. And these girls nga you mentioned, Celine Marsh and Pat Salazar, are ready to take on bigger roles here in the absence of their veterans, with Marsh scoring 7 points and Pat Salazar scoring 7 points as well.
Earlier we talked about Vangeline Sog, but it's nice to hear some of the new players or yung mga kung dati sinasabi natin ng mga bench players, but right now ready to help out itong si Vangeline Sog. Meanwhile, ang kanilang makakalaban nga itong side ng San Beda University. They also won in their last game, this time naman kontra Mapua University.
Of course, in that last game against the Lady Pirates, the San Beda University overwhelmed the LPU in straight sets as well, 26-24, 25-18, 25-20, with San Beda scoring more attack points, more block points, and more service aces here, and also tallying less errors here to get this match in 3 sets.
Just want to correct myself earlier, Yep, ang nakalaban nga nila itong side ng LPU Lady Pirates. But talking about our player in focus, this is presented by PusoP.com. Join now for free. Angel Habacon, her first appearance dito sa side ng San Beda University, also happened here sa Shakey Super League. Last game kontra LPU. Of course, as always, reliable. She scored 11 points on that game.
Well, Angel Abacon is no longer new to the top scoring board for San Beda, so this is something that we should expect her going up against NU.
As one of the veterans, she is expected once again to lead the way, and hopefully she'll be able to secure another victory for her team. Again, San Beda will go up against this exciting game later on kontra itong NU Lady Bulldogs in just a while.
Kick Mobile. Download the Kick app, choose your number, activate the eSIM, and own the country's first ever customizable mobile experience. Stay first in line for network priority. Kick Mobile. Download now.
Good eyesight makes perfect moments. For expert eye care, state-of-the-art facilities, affordable eyewear. Go to EO. EO Executive Optical. Love your eyes.
Only projects, plans, play, game! With Smart Only 5G, valid for 3 days. Tuloy, tuloy, tuloy. Simply reliable. For only 85 pesos. With Smart, load now.
Shakey's Creamy Spinach Pizza. Creamier.
Creamier, yummier!
Presenting our game officials for this match. First referee, Justin Cruz. Second referee, Ray Galvez. Action continues here in Rizal Memorial Coliseum. This is the Shakey Super League Preseason Unity Cup 2025. This match is between the National University Lady Bulldogs and across the net, the San Beda University Lady Red Spikers. And now let us meet the starters for both teams. First, from National University Lady Bulldogs. First off, outside hitter and team captain at number 6, Vange Alinsug. Opposite hitter number 8, Pat Salazar. Middle blocker number 10, Alexa Mata. Setter number 13, Camila Lamina. Middle blocker number 17, Cham Maaya. Outside hitter number 19, Celine Marsh. Starting libero at number 5, Shaila Hardio. Head coach of the Lady Bulldogs, Regine Diego. And now for the starters of San Beda University Lady Red Spikers. First off, outside hitter and team captain at number 1, Angel Habacon. Outside hitter number 5, China Castillo. Opposite hitter number 9, Janelle Bachar. Middle blocker number 13, Jermaine Joniega. Setter number 15, Gracie Hiponya. Middle blocker number 16, Erin Navarro. Starting libero at number 4, Amber Bio. Head coach of the Lady Red Spikers, Emilio Kung Fu Reyes. It's the Lady Bulldogs versus the Lady Red Spikers. This is the Shakey Super League Preseason.
Starting lineup on the side of National University Lady Bulldogs, we have Lams Lamina, Chamaaya, Alexa Mata, Vangeline Sug, Celine Marsh, Jocelyn Salazar will be first sixer, and of course, Shai Hardio will be starting the floor defense. Sa kabilang panig naman for San Beda, Gracie Punya be trying to manage the offense. Navarro, Joniega, Habacon, Castillo, and Bachar as well as Byong. So, new set of players, no? Para medyo may mga mix na nangyayari para sa starting 6 for both of these squads. And again, these two teams currently undefeated in Pool A. San Beda University with two straight victories. Actually, NU just got their first victory last game. This set is brought to you by Shakey's. From era to era to era, the fun keeps rolling. 50 years of fun, family, and pizza here at Shakey's. As an early activation from the middle wouldn't work. Overcooked though.
Like we talked about earlier, Daphne, no, Coach Kung Fu will be heading the San Beda Red Spikers here. Although hindi ganun ka-familiar ang Lady Bulldogs going up against the Red Spikers because both teams play in the UAAP and NCAA respectively. But Coach Kung Fu, alam niya na kasi yung sistema ng NU eh. So that's something that the San Beda has to adjust.
This serve of the game is brought to you by Shakey's. From era to era to era, the fun keeps rolling. 50 years of fun, family, and pizza at Shakey's. And I like that you pointed that one. No, so, probably for San Beda, medyo bago sa kanila na nakakalaban itong NU. But for Coach Kung Fu, the familiarity as a coach is already there, knowing that they've been competing with a lot of games, preseason tournaments, in the UAAP respectively.
And Angel Habacon there, an early activation, outsmarting that double block of the Lady Bulldogs, targeting that corner pocket.
Great setup as well for Gracie Ponya, knowing that she was also actually part of Bacolod Taitong High School, pero ito Alexa Mata.
And no one was there for Alexa Mata. And what a setup job from Lams Lamina as well.
And that's how the Lady Bulldogs have really progressed in the past few years, knowing that there is always an activation from the middle blockers. So kahit sino talaga yung nawawala sa nila, hindi nagiging problema yan. But we also got to allow these players to stand out. Talking about Janelle Bachar. That play was brought to you by Kick, powered by Smart, Our Way, Our Rules. Download the app now.
It's a great down-the-line kill by Janelle Bachar there. No one anticipated that actually on the floor defense of the Lady Bulldogs. So great orchestration on the offense of the San Beda. But this time, it's Alexa Mata. Back-to-back points for her.
And Alexa Mata continues to lead the way for the Lady Bulldogs. Of course, 2 middle blockers entered the pros. Erin Pangilinan, Sheena Turing. So with that, Alexa Mata as well as Chamcha Maaya really needed to fill in that shoes as we see this 3-0 run led by Alexa Mata this time from the service area.
It's also one thing I like about Alexa Manta, Daphne, is that she's not only a middle blocker used to blocking offense or going for that zero tempo attacks. Yung mga middle blocker din kasi minsan lang sila nakaka-atake. So they also try to kumbaga bumawi sa service aces, and that's exactly what Alexa Mata is doing, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Ayun na ba?
Nabati lang. But of course, ito si Alexa Mata also studied in Naga College Foundation. So, alam natin yung mga schools na to, no? Usually, ang gaganda ng mga kumbaga yung mga napoproduce nilang high school players. Na pagdating sa college, ang ganda talaga ng mga pinapakita. Just like, of course, Ara Panique, who's seated on the sidelines right now. That's why Pat Salazar is a starter. Look at that slam coming from Celine Marsh.
Angela Bacon was already there for that floor defense on that Celine Marsh attack. Unfortunately, Celine Marsh on top of that set. So hindi na nakuha ni Angela Bacon sa ilalim.
That's the reason why she was the second best outside spiker in the UAP season 86 for the juniors division. On a strong run, itong Lady Bulldogs, they're up here by 4, 7-3.
But of course, on the side of San Beda, they're actually doing a good job, activating their offense here. Nakuha naman nilang pumasa.
And right now, even Pat Salazar will be chipping in points here for the Lady Bulldogs. Pat Salazar with that service ace, leading us sa ating unang technical timeout.
Kick Mobile. Download the Kick app, choose your number, activate the eSIM, and own the country's first ever customizable mobile experience. Stay first in line for network priority. Kick Mobile. Download now.
Good eyesight makes perfect moments. For expert eye care, state-of-the-art facilities, affordable eyewear. Go to EO. EO Executive Optical. Love your eyes.
Unli projects, plans, play, games! With Smart Unli 5G, valid for 3 days. Tuloy, tuloy, tuloy. Simply reliable. For only 85 pesos. With Smart, load now.
Shakey's Creamy Spinach Pizza. Creamier.
Creamier, yummier!
Welcome back to the Shakey Super League Preseason Unity Cup. If you guys can notice, the gold necklace team captain Angela Bacon has always been wearing. This is actually a gift from her lola, Mama Iting, given to her the moment she was born. And from there on, ay laging araw ito suot ni Angel, even during her leagues before in high school, kung saan ay bagong araw siya pumasok sa loob ng court, ay lagi niyang araw ito hinahawakan because it serves as her protection. And as the Lady Red Spikers try to stay undefeated, she offers this game for her Mama Iting. Rhea and Daphne.
Thank you so much, Mikey, for that report. Let's get back to that one as we hear another timeout for San Beda.
Sobra din sa bola. Hindi na nyo, mag-refocus lang kayo. Yun lang kaya nyo gawin din, execute tayo.
That huddle was powered by Kick. Download the app now.
A very simple reminder there from Coach Kung Fu, reminding the girls to go back to basics nga and focus and manatili lang sa sistema nila because so far the NU here is doing yung mga plays ng NU nothing too fancy. It's in fact the errors of San Beda that's dragging them down.
Yun na nga grabe pa rin yung blockings dito ng Lady Bulldogs kaya nahihirapan din magkaroon ng atake.
Yes.
Itong Lady Red Spikers, Hiponya to Bachor. Access denied by the Lady Bulldogs.
A great close-out block there, courtesy of Jam Maaya and Celine Marsh.
This block is brought to you by Peri Peri Charcoal Chicken and Sauce Bar. Order now. Now going back to that report coming from Mikey Abwig. Of course, itong si Angel Nabacon. Yung pala yung reason bakit lagi niyang hinahawakan niya. So there's this necklace from her lola.
Oh, that's long. The set was too low for Janelle Batchar. Nasa ilalim na rin siya on that ball. So hindi niya talaga makukuha yung tempo on trying to go for that attack.
So again, ito si Janelle Batchar. She was just a rookie last season. So heading dito sa ating NCAA Season 101. So sophomore pa lang itong si Janelle Batchar.
But you can see the experience na ni Janelle Batchar. It's as if she's playing like one of the veterans for the Red Spikers.
But speaking of sophomore, Celine Marsh hammering that one through. Again, itong si Celine Marsh right now, she's trying to earn that first 6 spot with that exit of Bella Belen. Of course, madaming We talked about how the recruitment of the Lady Bulldogs has been very persistent already. They're really trying to target also, not just their players from the high school division. Pero nandun na rin yung recruitment from other schools. Pero ito si Celine Marsh from high school na rin yan. But this block is brought to you by Peri Peri Charcoal Chicken and Sauce Bar. Order now.
Kumbaga ang lalim pa rin ng bench ng lineup ng National U. You have a lot of players, or rather Coach Regine and Diego has a lot of players at her disposal.
But right now, Beda University is still stuck at 3 as Coach Kung Fu is forced to call for some time.
Pigil yung galaw. Makinig muna kayo. Na kayo, wala pang nangyayari. Diba? Matuto kayo muna i-compose yung sarili nyo. Okay, anong tawag ng place? Tinatawag natin isolation. Huwag mong dalhin ito doon sa mga malalaki. Gamitin mo to. Gusto mo, pwede ka magpa-atake sa gitna. At least may dikit ka sa gitna, papatong. Pag wala, dulo-dulo. Malayo, hanapin mo si Angel. Kailangan ikaw maging sharp. Practicein mo yan. Mataas yung level ng kalaban natin. Hindi tayo masyadong magpakababa masyado. Kailangan natin ilaban yan. Nasa atin yung bola.
That huddle was powered by Kick. Download the app now.
A great time out there and reminders from Coach Kung Fu. In fact, acknowledging na his team rather in San Beda is relatively smaller compared to National U. So they really have to outsmart the defense here of the Lady Bulldogs, especially in terms of the net. So kailangan crucial dito yung role ng decision making ng setter nila. That's exactly what Coach Kung Fu wants on that last timeout.
And just talking terms itong si Coach Kung Fu. But right now, you're seeing a long rally right after the timeout though. Let's get back to that one later on. Hiponya goes to Batchar. Great save. Galing dito kay Salazar. Celine Marsh with that off speed. No go. Castillo with a drop. What a way to respond from that timeout. Talking about, yung expectation nitong si Coach Kung Fu for his players, knowing that, okay, alam natin, nandito, champion team to, itong National University, but it doesn't mean, that we wouldn't give them a good fight.
Yes, exactly. And that's how you want to respond to a timeout. But Celine Marsh continues to be unfazed.
Celine Marsh nailing that one through. This spike is brought to you by Potato Corner, world's best flavored fries. Order now.
Although a double block was already in front of Celine Marsh on that last attack, Daphne, nakuha niya pa rin makuha yung angle na gusto niya at that deep cross attack.
Grace to Castillo, but this time that was way low.
Yep, that Castillo ball contact was a little late. Hindi niya nakuha ang timingan.
That ball didn't go over. Second technical timeout, 16-4.
From era to era to era, the fun goes on. Shakey's 50 years.
Unli projects, plans, play, game. With Smart Unli 5G, valid for 3 days. Tuloy, tuloy, tuloy. Simply reliable. For only 85 pesos. With Smart, load now.
Kick Mobile. Download the Kick app, choose your number, activate the eSIM, and own the country's first ever customizable mobile experience. Stay first in line for network priority. Kick Mobile. Download now.
So watching set number 1 para po sa ating third game this quadruple header Thursday. San Beda University taking on itong National University. So far, NU just limiting San Beda to score by just 4 points here in the opening set. So some substitutions happening here para kay Coach Kung Fu. Probably some expectations na maging spark plug.
Oh. Not exactly how the Lady Bulldogs want to start things after that second technical timeout, but the Lady Bulldogs actually sit at a comfortable lead here. So parang you're allowed to make those errors din naman.
So itong si Joniega at si Esmina ang na-substitute para sa San Beda University as Chama Aya will also be chipping in points para sa NU.
That's just a perfect volleyball right there for Chama Aya. You know, that perfect pass and that chemistry of Lams Lamina din talaga to Chama Aya.
I think one of the advantages din talaga sa side ng NU, no? Kahit na may mga players sila na nasa pros na, I think it's really the setter.
Yes.
Because despite having a lot of talented spikers, middle blockers, kahit ang ganda pa ng floor defense, pero yung pinaka nag-orchestrate ng opensa, laking tulong, ang laking bagay nun. At kaya ngayon sa NU, patuloy yung sistema na meron sila because, of course, Lams Lamina is still here. 17-6. Combination play. Vanch Alinsog. So much power. This school play is brought to you by R&B Milk Tea. Order now.
That was a great fake set by Lams Lamina right there. Nakuha niyang ipatalon yung blockers eh. Basically, parang nag-fake set siya to the open. Also, a good decoy there coming from Alexa Mata, leaving Vanch Alinsog with that single block.
Nakikita natin, pag nagdidiko yung middle blockers ng NU, mahihirapan ka talagang basahin eh. But right now, Angel Habacon scoring a point here for the Lady Red Spikers. Much needed one.
Yes, and a better execution there for Angel Habacon. Really maximizing that open space corner pocket the same way when she started this match, Daphne, no? Ganung target pa rin yung ginamit niya.
Ito babalik si Bachar pati si Hiponya para sa side ng San Beda. 18-7. Salazar overshoots that one though.
That set was too low for Salazar. Unfortunately, couldn't get a hold on that attack.
So still a 10-point lead for the Lady Bulldogs. Sai goes to Vanch with that off speed, still dropping.
Nothing too fancy again on that Vanch Alinsog attack. In fact, Vanch had to adjust on that set kasi napailalim na siya doon but still found a way to score a point for the Lady Bulldogs.
I guess that's called batchy connections, no? For Shy Hard, yung Vanch Alinsog, yung mga batchmates na yun. Dati, rookies lang sila dito.
No.
No, ini-interview natin sila for...
Yes.
Right after that pandemic. Medyo post-pandemic type yun. Pero ito, Alexa Mata. I like how Alexa Mata is being activated here by Lams Lamina.
So far, for the Lady Bulldogs, Daphne, everyone is on the scoreboard at this moment.
Credit that, of course, the main playmaker, Lams Lamina.
Oh, great serve.
Great read as well for Shy Hardyo. Back-to-back points here for Alexa Mata. Taking things easy for the Lady Bulldogs.
Though that set was too close to the net for Lamina, but still, nakuha niya pa rin is set to Alexa Mata.
Coach Gongfu was supposedly going to call for some time pero nagamit niya na nga rin. Two
Oh.
timeouts niya dito sa ating opening set. 21-8. Back siya linsog.
It's as if na yung serve ni Vange galing sa offense pa rin, Daphne, no? The way she, a perfect execution on that, the way she threw that ball up, parang set na rin eh.
Pero kilala natin si Vange, every time napapalo siya, no? Yung parang may sound siyang, yeah, parang doon niya rin nakukuha yung power. Lamina, reverse setup, goes to Salazar off the blockers.
Smart move there from Salazar, making use of the hands of the smaller blockers in Angel Habacon at that.
Pat Salazar making sure that that trust given to her as part of the starting six will not go into waste right now. Just 2 points away from snatching set number 1. Itong National U. Vange continues to serve. Grace to Angel, like the names of these two. Grace and Angel. They go to Pat this time. Another attack error though.
That's a great reverse set for Lams Lamina. Unfortunately, Pat Salazar again, too late on that ball contact. Pababa na yung bola, tsaka pa niya pinalo.
So that would be a bonus point para dito sa San Beda University. Got a serve coming from Habacon. Salazar this time, just dumping the ball over.
Not the best of sets for Salazar there. In fact, she had to adjust again, but that elevation of Salazar, nakuha niyang kunin yung bola sa taas. Alam niya saan niya pwede ilugar yon.
Yun na nga, prior that set, that play rather, we saw an error coming from her. Pero ganda rin na binigyan siya ulit ng pagkakataon. Itong si Lams Lamina na makabawi sa puntos na yun. One-head set, unable to get the ball across the net. Galing dito kay De La Cruz. National University taking on set number 1, 25-9.
With each new decade, a fun new side. Still serving smiles on every plate. 50 great years, let's celebrate. Shakey's fun goes on and on and on, on and on and on. Shakey's got it going on. We still bring the fun.
With decades of great pizza, chicken, and mojos.
Shakey's fun goes on and on.
From era to era to era. The fun goes on. Shakey's 50 years.
The fun goes on at Shakey's.
Kick Mobile. Download the Kick app, choose your number, activate the eSIM, and own the country's first ever customizable mobile experience. Stay first in line for network priority. Kick Mobile. Download now.
Shakey's Creamy Spinach Pizza. Creamier.
Creamier, yummier! Only projects, plans, play, game! With Smart Only 5G, valid for 3 days. Tuloy, tuloy, tuloy. Simply reliable. For only 85 pesos. With Smart, load now!
Cheer for your team while enjoy your Shakey's favorites with the Super League Meal Deal. Now available in 3 types, SSL 1099, SSL Classic, and SSL Gold. Whether you're craving pizza, chicken, mojos, or pasta, there's a bundle for every appetite. You also get to support your favorite team because for every order, 50 pesos goes to your chosen SSL participating school. Whether you're courtside or couchside, enjoy the action with the Super League Meal Deal. Now recalling the happenings in our opening set kung saan nagwagi nga itong side ng National University. We saw some early activations here on the middle for Alexa Mata creating her own 3-0 run and also delivered a service ace. Pero Celine Marsh, nagpakitang gilas, and literally every one of them scored and just chip-in points. Chama Aya, Pat Salazar, Van Chalinsog, and that resulted to a 25-9.
It was indeed a decisive win for the Lady Bulldogs with 13 attack points compared to 4 attack points of San Beda. Also, the Lady Bulldogs 2 block points, while San Beda no block points, no service aces. But on the side of NU, 4 aces and again 2 block points. So they really dominated that set.
Just observing as well itong side ng National University. Ayoko namang i-jinx, no? Pero I've covered several games already for National University. Pero isa sa mga struggles talaga nila kadalasan, kahit strength din nila nun, yung mga services. No, despite na marami silang service aces, minsan dun din sila nagkakaroon ng mga mistakes. No?
Yes.
But during the opening set, we saw really like fewer. I think 1 or 2 lang yun. Naging errors nila on that one. Now, let's see if pati yung mga second stringers, mapapakita yun ulit dito sa ating second set in just a while. Again, meron po tayong all-to-play rule, hashtag all-to-play, hashtag Shakey Super League. Make sure to join our conversation as this set is brought to you by Shakey's. From era to era to era, the fun keeps rolling. 50 years of fun, family, and pizza at Shakey's. Set number 2 underway. Again, maybe you're posting on Twitter, Threads, Facebook, Instagram. Just use the hashtags. Hashtag Shakey Super League and hashtag all to play. So, po namin mag-hello sa lahat ng manonood sa atin on our live stream channel sa Facebook, sa YouTube, as we see an early bucket here para sa National University.
Good activation there for Dailisan on the side of the National U.
Again, hindi lang tayo live sa Facebook and YouTube. Live din po tayo in all Shakey's branches. What a way to really enjoy mga meal deals natin. No? Pwede nyo po yan sabihin, no? Kung sino po yung i-vote nyo, no? Na team para masuportahan or mapunta sa mga participating school dito sa Shakey Super League, but also our response para dito sa side ng San Beda University. Again, all to play, so different set of players sa ating set number 2 at pagdating pa po ng second technical timeout, pwede magkaroon ng substitution, but blockings continues to stop itong San Beda. This block is brought to you by Peri Peri Charcoal Chicken and Sauce Bar. Order now.
And speaking of watching games, Daphne, like you mentioned earlier, there was this time actually na kumain ako in a Shakey's branch in UST Espana. And it's really nice to see that volleyball games are really indeed being played in the restaurants. It's really a manifestation of the support for the love of the game.
Okay, no? Baka yung iba, no? Busog na busog. Tapos,
nag-e-enjoy pa.
Nag-e-enjoy pa ng mga paluan, mga hampasan ng volleyball. What a way also to support these schools, collegiate teams, both in the NCAA as well as in the UAAP, in celebration as well of the 50 years of Shakey's.
Great adjustment made there by Escanlar, although that set was a little far off the net. And not the best of sets for Escanlar, but still found a way to get that deep cross kill.
But better start, I must say, dito sa side ng San Beda University. Reverse setup. As Kat Molina will be credited for that hand check. Right now, she's not playing as a setter. Knowing that this player is really a versatile one. Kat Molina, spiker naman siya ngayon.
It's a great use of the hands of the blockers on that Kat Molina attack.
Sigot to Escanlar. 2 points dito sa ating set number 2 for Myrtle Escanlar.
It's a better execution on that Escanlar attack. That the right height and the right time for Myrtle Escanlar.
So 1-point game here in set number 2. from the left pin. Great dig. That attack from behind from Dailisan will unfortunately sail out and tie things up at 4.
Like you mentioned, Daphne, better throwing so far for the Red Spikers here in set number 2. It's a great sight to see that they're really capitalizing on the errors on the side of the Lady Bulldogs.
So incoming rookie, itong si Den Dailisan for National University. Recently played sa ating Shakey Super League National Invitationals in Davao, kung saan nagbalik nga siya sa kanyang hometown in Davao City. That play was brought to you by Kick, powered by Smart. Our way, our rules. Download the app now.
Well, grabe yung elevation ni Escalar, Daphne. Unfortunately, too much muscle on that cross-court attack.
Although in that sequence, napasobra nga yung
Yes.
atake dito for Escanlar, but nabawi din from that service error meanwhile on the side of San Beda. So that was Sandra Ramirez. So itong si Sandra Ramirez was actually an opposite spiker for De La Salle Lipa.
Oh, great set.
Great attack coming from Sofia de la Cruz. Went one-on-one contra Abby Pono in that sequence.
It's a great setup job on that open side, leaving a single blocker for the National University. So hindi nga na-anticipate kasi hindi in-expect na dun pupunta.
Sof de la Cruz. Ito naman, dating player ng Bacolod Trinity Christian School. But right now, na nasa harap na itong si Den Dailisan, mukhang mas gusto niya yung mga atake na yun.
She actually changed the direction of her attack there, Daphne. At first attempt, she tried to go cross-court. Unfortunately, she was denied at that. But on her second attempt, she made a wiser move there using the smaller hands of the blocker and was successful at that.
Sofia with a drop, picked up. Then Dailisan tries to go for that back-to-back. Pero napabalik sa kanya ang bola. Back row, no go.
Oh, great coverage.
Ball still playable. Back row naman para sa San Beda, but Cat overshoots in that window.
It's an off-shoot attack for Cat on that pipe. Di na nakuha yung timing eh.
But I think one of the advantages of having this all-to-player rule is that yung mga bench players earlier, they know what was probably lacking during the opening set. Kaya ngayon, kahit sila yung parang second stringers kung ituturing, alam lang nila kung paano sila gagalaw dito sa ating set number 2.
Exactly, but on the side of the Lady Bulldogs din kasi, Daphne, something has changed in their tempo sa nilalaro nila. In set number 1, they played a fast, more shorter sets, a faster pace. Here on the second set, a little slower yung pace nila. And that's because they're also committing these errors, these unforced errors.
Although there will be 4 touches called against San Beda U. And NU is just up here by a single point, 8-7, heading on sa ating unang technical timeout.
Kick Mobile. Download the Kick app, choose your number, activate the eSIM, and own the country's first ever customizable mobile experience. Stay first in line for network priority. Kick Mobile. Download now.
Good eyesight makes perfect moments. For expert eye care, state-of-the-art facilities, affordable eyewear. Go to EO. EO Executive Optical. Love your eyes.
Unli projects, plans, play, game! With Smart Unli 5G, valid for 3 days. Tuloy, tuloy, tuloy. Simply reliable. For only 85 pesos. With Smart, load now.
Shakey's Creamy Spinach Pizza. Creamier.
Creamier, yummier.
You guys are still tuning in to the Shakey Super League Preseason Unity Cup. If you guys have been following Kay Bombita, you will see a glimpse of her life as a student athlete and a student nurse. Kay told me how this experience on being exposed at public hospitals became an eye-opener for her because she saw the reality and struggles of healthcare in the country. At ayaw niya nga raw ma-experience ito ng family niya, kaya naman ay doble kayod nga raw si Kay even with training in the morning, including her studies and 2 to 10 p.m. duties in the hospital. She is still all smiles as she really loves what she's doing. Truly, passion and hard work can bring you places. Daphne and Rhea?
The bomb, Kay Bombita, not just the reliable spiker here for National University, but also balancing pa yung kanyang studies as right now mukhang internship na ba? No?
Wow.
Nagno-nurse na rin pala.
So you can really see that discipline of Bombita, not only as an athlete, but as a student nurse. No, if there's one thing in common of being a student in the medical field and then being an athlete as that is that yung demand sa oras, Daphne, no? And the discipline that you have to make at that.
Kaya grabe mag-juggle, no, ng time. Yung mga, especially, particularly mga athletes, tapos nasa medical field din. And syempre, nakaka-relate dyan si Mikey.
Yes.
USRN in the making.
Of course, but for Bombita, it's also an added parang motivation for her to work harder. Kasi nga sabi niya, she doesn't want her family to experience.
This block is brought to you by Peri Pear Charcoal Chicken and Sauce Bar. Order now. That's how selfless Kay Bombita is. But wanna hear more of her or just feel her presence more here in the second set, knowing that itong double substitution usually, no, yung Abby Pono tsaka Kay Bombita, grabe na yung duo na yan eh.
Yes.
That's something that we're missing here in the second set. Right now, Jacob be chipping in points off the markers. This goal play is brought to you by R&B Milk Tea. Order now.
It's a great setup job by Abe Bono to Jacob on that middle. So far, it's been Dailisan and Bombita for the Lady Bulldogs here in set number 2. So they need more of those numbers coming from the middle offense. Of course, other than numbers, Daphne, they also have to minimize their errors. Like that service error.
Yeah, pero yung batchmates naman sila Dailisan, sila Jacob, recently played for Gville, kung saan sila nga ang kampiyon doon. But right now, NU just on top here by a single point. That point will be credited para dito kay Myrtle Escanlar. She has been targeting itong Zone 5 kanina pa. And that would mean they're up here by 2.
It's a great angle there for Escanlar. Although that ball went out, Daphne, but still, the intention of Escanlar was just really to go for the high hands.
Although, you know, I think kanina, no, bago mag-start itong set number 2, we talked about those service errors, which was very limited on the side of NU. Mukhang nabati nga natin yun as the Lady Bulldogs were struggling in the service area.
In fact, errors are piling up so far for the Lady Bulldogs here. And the Red Spikers, they're just really, you know, capitalizing on the errors of the Lady Bulldogs and, of course, making points of their own, just like that service is. A timely one for San Beda.
Really better showing here for San Beda in set number 2. So we are tied at 12. Pono goes to Escanlar.
That could have been a great combination play made by Abby Pono on that. Unfortunately, that too much power on that Escanlar attack.
Again, Sandra Ramirez, opposite spiker in her high school years in the La Salle Lipa. Great point from the middle.
That's a good decision-making there for Abby Pono to go to Bahamonde. No, after a series of unsuccessful attempts made by Escanlar at that open pin, it's also a high time to switch things up and go for a different attacker. again, Abby Pono, not only a setter for the Lady Bulldogs, but an aggressive one at that.
This spike is brought to you by Potato Corner, world's best flavored fries. Order now. And that's when they discuss about setters having that advantage, no, whenever they're taller, no. Kaya pag may mga ganung over-receive, they could be able to take advantage.
Yes. And it's nice to have those kinds of setters, Daphne, no? Offensive mindset.
Really a great advantage on their end. As then Dailisan will be scoring from the left pin.
Smart move for Dailisan there. After that bump set, just targeting that open space right behind the blockers.
And if you're the setter, that's what you want, no?
Yes.
Spikers who are not picky with those setups, kumbaga nagagawa nila ng paraan. But that 1-2 play will work, courtesy of Gina Espina.
No one anticipated that actually for the Lady Bulldogs. Hindi nila inabangan yun eh. Kasi we, in fact, didn't see those kinds of attacks coming in set number 1 and early on in set number 2. But that's something that Espina has to offer.
Zapada with the first ball. Dailisan with a drop.
Same spot for Dailisan. That open space right behind the blockers.
Who said that then Dailisan is just a rookie, but she will bring us starting second technical timeout. They're up by 2.
From era to era to era, the fun goes on. Shakey's 50 years.
Unli projects, plans, play, game! With Smart Unli 5G, valid for 3 days. Tuloy, tuloy, tuloy. Simply reliable. For only 85 pesos. With Smart, load now.
Kick Mobile. Download the Kick app. Choose your number. Activate the eSIM and own the country's first ever customizable mobile experience. Stay first in line for network priority. Kick Mobile. Download now.
This fun family beats of the day is brought to you by Shakey's. From era to era to era, the fun keeps rolling. 50 years of fun, family, and pizza here at Shakey's. What a way to spend your Thursday afternoon. Probably supporting. Not sure if just really a fan. May sinusuportahang family member dito na player. Pero again, tickets are available, no? Pwede po tayo mag-walk-in para supportahan. And even later on, another exciting matchup that we could witness as the UST Golden Tigresses will go up against Mapua Lady Cardinals. But substitution made here. Janelle Bachar coming off the bench. Sent back to her. They go on the other side.
A great rally so far.
Also, great save coming from Escanlar, keeping things alive. Pono to Dailisan. That will sail out though.
Too much muscle there, courtesy of Dailisan. That was already an out-of-system play for her, but what a rally that was. You know, both teams are showing a flawless floor defense on that rally.
Although, in that play, pinabalik agad. Itong si Bachar on the side. She was read well. Chance here to counter for St. Beda University. What a dig coming from Escanlar. Dailisan nailing that one through. Dun si Ramirez. Myrtle again. The back defense. Then Dailisan continues to be read well. Ganda rin ang blockings dito ng San Beda. Another chance. 1-2 play.
Yep, I was already expecting that, Daphne, after watching Abby Pono just trying to distribute her sets.
This school play is brought to you by Army Milk Tea. Order now. Sabi siguro ni Abby, lahat binigyan ko. Ako na lang ang tatapos. And right now, NU still on top here by 2 points. Coach Kung Fu will be calling for some time.
Normalan nyo yung galaw kasi bakit ang nawawala sa atin yung mga base position natin. Nagre-react yun nasa zone 6. Anong ginagawa ng libero natin dito? Kaya nga, ano nga ginagawa niyo dyan? Bakit nauna kayo ng tao natin sa zone 6? Ibig sabihin, out of focus pa kayo. So kailangan optimal ang galawan natin. Kasi ito nga, nakafocus eh. Itrabaho nyo dapat to, di ba? So, pagtulong-tulungan nyo pa. Ping.
That huddle was powered by Kick. Download the app now.
Very technical yung reminder ni Coach Kung Fu on that last time out, Daphne, no? Especially focusing on the floor defense of the San Beda during an attack being made by the Lady Bulldogs there. Kasi what Coach Kung Fu was trying to say is that if the three-man defense is working well, wala na silang maging problema eh. Unfortunately, parang may isang hole pa rin sa kanilang depensa to which the NU is really taking advantage of.
Of course, they couldn't afford NU to pull away here in the second set, but the best way to respond is from that attack galing dito kay Sofia de la Cruz. This spike is brought to you by Potato Corner, world's best flavored fries. Order now.
De la Cruz just powering through that double block of the Lady Bulldogs.
Just observing Sofia de la Cruz, she is a tall spiker here for San Beda, so she could really utilize her height here, her wiseness in terms of her attack points. Cross court, doon ang depensa ng San Beda. Angel Habacon off the bench.
Again, who else would you go to if you have Angel Habacon at the front row? And Angel Habacon was just ready for that, although facing cross court, but found a way to get that ball through the double block of NU.
Yun na nga, butas yung blocking stone on the side of NU. So for Coach Reg, she will insert her main playmaker, Lams Lamina, to give some confidence on her spikers. Immediately activating itong si Jacob. Right now, her veteran.
Yes.
Yung pagiging senior niya, nakita mo immediately trying to communicate, to become vocal dito sa kanyang mga teammates.
I think this is a smart move by Coach Regine to chip in Lams Lamina instead of substituting outside yung mga attackers niya. Kasi this is an exposure time for the girls off the bench, and of course, si Lams Lamina na lang ipapasok niya para matulungan niya yung girls.
Pero ito, Caballero, sharp angle.
Everyone working well so far on the side of Coach Kung Fu here in set number 2.
Ang ganda rin ng decision-making ni Coach Kung Fu, no? Earlier, he tried na si Janelle Bachar, knowing na maganda yung umpisa niya rin nung opening set. Pero agad na parang nababasa naman itong NU, so binalik din agad. So right now, Angel Habacon also. No? So for both coaches, they're trying na yung maturity, yung leadership sa loob nandoon para sa kanilang teams.
Yes. But on that time around, for the Lady Bulldogs, a better execution on that Escanlar attack. Oof.
Although Jacob setting it straight to the net.
Not exactly how the Lady Bulldogs want this set to go through, but for the side of San Beda, gusto nilang bumawi after hindi nila na-establish yung laro nila in set number 1.
Lams, reverse setup. Goes to K. Bahamonde, no go. Angel Habacon, delayed by that net. Escanlar, they knew that they've been going for that corner pocket. Talking about Myrtle Escanlar.
Great defense here.
From the back row, that off speed. Separa with that save. You go to K, that bomb!
No, great reverse set there for Lams Lamina and Daphne. In the previous rallies, yung trend ni Lams Lamina, nasa open, nasa gitna yung sets niya. But at the last minute, she really decided to go for that reverse set, through which hindi na-anticipate ng defense ng San Beda.
I like how K. Bombita is being activated here. In second set, they're just up here by a single point though. That drop, pero andun ang salba galing kay Bombita. Battle at the net. Scramble D. Buhay pa rin ang bola. Lamina will want to play. Read well by Molina. They go to Angel. Separa keeping things alive. Habakon again. Tyleson was there. Mertel. Wouldn't work. Longest rally here in set number 2. Angel Habakon. Bantay sarado ang down the line. Espina to Habakon. Off speed. Wouldn't work. Bump set. Cage pushing the ball over. You go to the middle. Wouldn't work. Hang on to your seats.
What a rally that was, Daphne. You have to give it to San Beda on that last rally, especially the net defense of San Beda. Ilang atake galing from Escanlar, from Bombita. Pero nakukuha nilang mapabagal yung bola kasi nakukuha nila sa taas. So in turn, it is as if na mabagal yung bola, mahina yung bola, kaya nakakapag-counter-attack sila for Angel Habakon. Unfortunately, hindi nga lang nila nakuha yung score via spike, pero that unforced error of the Lady Bulldogs just gave that credit to the Red Spikers.
And not sure if that was exhaustion for Din Dailisan or probably pressure as well. But regardless, we are deadlocked here at 20. Molina. Oh, what a way to secure that back-to-back buckets here for San Beda University. It's going to be another bucket here for Sofia de la Cruz. San Beda on top here by a point.
Tama naman yung mark na yun lang. Okay? Isa-isahin nyo lang. Kailangan natin mag-take ng point. Myrtle, you cannot kill a point if you're spiking mid-court. Lahat ng pinatake mo, zone 6. Check lang ng check. Oh, free ball lang ng free ball. Pwede ka namang mag-tip sa likod ng block. Pwede ka namang mag-long and let's put more variation. Nakatatin yung bola ba agad? Buhay! Madaliin yung
That huddle was powered by Kick. Download the app now.
Oh, I like that timeout by Coach Regine and Daphne. In her words, let's put some variations. And she's referring to the offense of her girls right there, especially kay Escanlar nga. Kasi yung trend sa atake ni Escanlar she's always aiming for that zone 6, that cross-court attack. So, ang San Beda, floor defense sila, nakapag-adjust na. So, let's see how the Lady Bulldogs would want to respond to that timeout.
Right on cue.
Yes.
That's yung mga kailangan na TED Talks talaga for National University because Myrtle knew what to do this time, opting to go for that drop.
And it's nice to have na if you're Coach Regine after that timeout, and you're especially parang instructing Myrtle na mag-vary ka sa attacks mo, and she's very responsive at that, no? Na agad siyang na-adapt yung instruction.
Welcome back, Myrtle Escanlar here in set number 2. Bantay sarado. Chamaaya as well as Lams Lamina locked in with that net defense.
No, that was already anticipated by the double block of the Lady Bulldogs.
Back-to-back points on the side of NU right after the timeout. Coach Kung Fu naman.
Pag mababa ang atake mo dyan, bablock, ganyan ang mangyayari. Kailangan shoot ng konti, mataas ng konti, pero ang bagal Okay? Jermaine, takbo. Run, long. Angel, abang, tapos dito. Naka-triangle lang tayo.
Bawi ako!
That huddle was powered by Kick. Download the app now.
Another technical timeout there made by Coach Kung Fu because in situations like this, Daphne, no, ang mag-matter din talaga kasi yung execution mo sa plays mo So that's what Coach Kung Fu wants to happen is that makuha nilang ma-establish yung play nila kasi so far in the previous rallies, nakukuha ng blockers ng NU yung mga atake ng San Beda. So let's see.
NU on top here, not anymore. So we will be tied at 22 after that error from the service area.
Well, breaks of the game din talaga yung mga timeouts, Daphne, no? Naputol yung momentum ng NU.
I like how Coach Regine still it's really entrusting itong players inside. Myrtle, Bombita, as well as Dailisan. But this time, it's gonna be John Niega will be committing the same error from the service area.
That will definitely not help the Red Spikers in this set.
Chamcha Maaya on deck to serve. Lamang sila dito ng isang puntos, 23-22. Beautiful serve. Battle at the net. Lams goes to Den. One hand save. But probably there was pressure to secure that second ball.
It was a miscommunication on that second ball indeed, but that could have been a good save on that floor defense of the Red Spikers. Unfortunately, after that block nga, parang nagulat sila eh.
Not the best reflex, I guess.
Yes.
Pero ngayon, NU already at set point, 24-22. Dalawang beses po lumamang dito ang San Beda University in set number 2. Angel Habacon, back row. Lamps to Den. Nope. Espinosa to De La Cruz. Great coverage. Angel will be setting it up, going back to Sofia. Lamps. Nope. Den. And unfortunately, there was a net touch as well on the side of San Beda University. And with that, NU Lady Bulldogs still securing set number 2. But this is a closer one, 25-22.
With each new decade, a fun new side. Still serving smiles on every plate. 50 great years, let's celebrate. Shakey's fun goes on and on and on, on and on and on. Shakey's got it going on. We still bring the fun.
With decades of great pizza, chicken, and mojos.
Shakey's fun goes on and on.
From era to era to era. The fun goes on. Shakey's 50 years.
The fun goes on at Shakey's.
Kick Mobile. Download the Kick app, choose your number, activate the eSIM, and own the country's first ever customizable mobile experience. Stay first in line for network priority. Kick Mobile. Download now.
Shakey's Creamy Spinach Pizza. Creamier.
Creamier, yummier.
Unli projects, plans, play, games. With Smart Unli 5G, valid for 3 days. Tuloy, tuloy, tuloy. Simply reliable. For only 85 pesos. With Smart, load now.
Cheer for your team while enjoying your Shakey's favorites with the Super League meal deal. Now available in 3 types: SSL 1099, SSL Classic, and SSL Gold. Whether you're craving pizza, chicken, mojos, or pasta, there's a bundle for every appetite. You also get to support your favorite team because for every order, 50 pesos goes to your chosen SSL participating school. Whether you're courtside or couchside, enjoy the action with the Super League meal deal. 25-22 was our set number 2 score with our hashtag all-to-play rule. Kahit na second 6 pa yan, walang problema. Para sa side ng National University, of course, Myrtle Escanlar, not the perfect showing for her. Yes. We saw that she struggled in set number 2, but still the trust and that confidence she was able to exhibit for NU.
But of course, on the other side of the net, that was the Red Spikers showed a better showing compared to their performance in set number 1. But in the end, it was the NU that prevailed with 17 attack points compared to 9 attack points only. 2 block points for NU, 1 for San Beda. Although 0 aces for NU here, nagkaroon ng isang ace ang San Beda. But again, in the end, it was really the attack points of the NU here. But what made that set long, Daphne, was really the errors nga of NU. They tallied 11 tallied 11 errors here.
And knowing that in the second set, they struggled from the service area. Minsan din, no, parang hindi pa rin ganun kasolid. In that set number 2, yung naging connection ng ating mga setters and spikers in that sequence. Probably some just jitters. O pwede rin na nanlamig off the bench. Dahil malamig nga po dito sa Rizal Memorial Coliseum. And again, if you're just nearby, you could still watch out our games as later on we still have a final game. UST kontra Mapua. So observing this lineup, Coach Reg be trying to entrust once again yung mga first sixers niya. This set is brought to you by Shakey's. From era to era to era, the fun keeps rolling. 50 years of fun, family, and pizza at Shakey's.
What a way for Lams Lamina to start things off here at set number 3 with a service ace with the help of the net.
Gandang umpisa para kay Lams Lamina, hailing from Guimaras, season 84 and season 87 best setter for National University.
Coach Regine, like you mentioned, Daphne will make use of her starters here, as well as Coach Kung Fu.
Credit that dive coming from Angel Habacon.
Oh. A great show of defense there for San Beda. You can really see the commitment of that core defense to go to an attempt, no, for every ball that they could, but unfortunately walang andon on that second ball.
Everyone was moving on the side of San Beda to keep things alive in that sequence, but Vangeline Tug knew that she really needs to be wiser offensively.
Yes.
Kaya naman, kumbaga, no, kakabalik lang sa pwesto, pinapahirapan talaga nila. This time, block point naman.
Great anticipation on that block by Alexa Mata.
This block is brought to you by Peri Peri Charcoal Chicken and Sauce Bar. Order now.
Grabe yung reach ni Mata, Daphno. Aside na her being a tall middle blocker there, she also has that elevation, which is an advantage as a middle blocker.
Lams goes to Vange. Combination play.
A great decoy by Alexa Mata on that combination play, while Vangeline Sok showing perfect volleyball.
4-0 run as a timeout will be called here for Coach Kung Fu.
Nawawala naman yung composure natin. Nanggagaling sa serve, ace agad first service. Pangalawa, walang pasa. Pangatlo, walang pasa. Pang-apat, walang ganun ulit. Diba? Tsaka umaatake tayo, tumitigil na naman. Wala na naman coverage. Tuloy niyo yung galaw. Kasi doon tayo nagkukulang kasi nga tumitigil kayo. Mag-demand ka ng pasa sa kanila, kailangan madala yung bola dun sa dulo.
That huddle was powered by Kick. Download the app now.
What I noticed sa mga timeouts being made by Coach Kung Fu Daphne is that really, when he calls for a time in the first few parts of the set, it's nothing too technical talaga. It's really reminding the girls of the mindset, the composure, the body language. Kasi how you start the game is really parang kumbaga, it will dictate your momentum, your rhythm going through the set.
You know, knowing na parang kakaumpisa lang din, or
yes.
Coach Kung Fu just pointing out na nagkakaroon na agad ng problema nga, specifically dun sa first ball or yung sa mga pasa.
But a great respond there on that call for time.
One serving 4.
Oh. That will definitely not help the Red Spikers in this set. They need not more of those errors, Daphne.
Again, itong side ng San Beda University, 3 months under the system of Coach Kung Fu Reyes. Started just last July. So really a lot to improve on, to absorb. But Angel Habacon with that wise move, rather.
Smart move for Angel Habacon to again use the hands of the blockers there. well, alam na rin kasi ni Angel she's going up against much taller blockers, more established blockers there. So the only way to do that is to be wise on that offense.
Although errors from the service area piling up on the side of San Beda though.
That's 2 back-to-back errors on the service area for the Red Spikers.
Yan during our Mindanao leg. Winner natin dyan, itong side ng National University. From the right pin, defense activated. Chance here, opportunity para sa San Beda. They go to Angel. Sent back on their end. Cat.
Set was too low for Cat on that opposite attack.
I wonder how difficult it is for players just like for Cat Monina, no, na iba-iba din talaga yung nagiging role nila depending on the need of that game. Sometimes playing as a second setter, replacing si Hiponya, and right now, playing as a spiker. Angel. Mata setting it up, choosing Pat. Scramble D. Angel with that off speed. What a save coming from Celine Marsh. Angel again, but Celine again with that defense.
Kudos to the San Beda Red Spikers on that floor defense in that last rally, Daphne. No? Unfortunately, si Evangeline Soga, parang she tried na ibaon yung bola but unfortunately, you can't do that if you're at the back row.
Seeing the professionalism of Vange though, she apologized. Punta siya agad kay Celine knowing na grabe yung mga pagsalba kasi ni Celine Marsh in that sequence.
Say, for contact violation will be called against the Lady Bulldogs.
Back-back points for San Beda with those errors coming from the Lady Bulldogs, making this just a 4-point game. Although that service unable to send it across the other side, heading on dito sa ating unang technical timeout in set 3.
Kick Mobile. Download the Kick app, choose your number, activate the eSIM, and own the country's first ever customizable mobile experience. Stay first in line for network priority. Kick Mobile. Download now.
Good eyesight makes perfect moments. For expert eye care, state-of-the-art facilities, affordable eyewear. Go to EO. EO Executive Optical. Love your eyes.
Unli projects, plans, play, game! With Smart Unli 5G, valid for 3 days. Tuloy, tuloy, tuloy. Simply reliable. For only 85 pesos. With Smart, load now.
Shakey's Creamy Spinach Pizza. Creamier.
Creamier, yummier!
Welcome back to the Shakey Super League Preseason Unity Cup. All the way from the province of Guimaras to one of the country's biggest volleyball leagues, Pat Salazar has gone a long way. But do you guys know that before playing volleyball, Pat's first sport was actually softball, wherein she played as a pitcher. But when her mathematics teacher, who also happened to be her coach, saw potential in her to play volleyball, she took a shot on the sport. And during her first time ever to train, her coach asked her to serve 10 times. Wherein surprisingly nga ay umaabot daw ito sa kabilang side ng court. From there on, Pat joined Inter-Barangays and immediately became the captain on her first playing year. And now playing for the Lady Bulldogs, let's see if Pat and her team can finally win it in this set. Daphne and Rhea?
So malakas ang pulso ni Pat Salazar. Kasi imagine mo, well, softball player din. Siyempre, strength talaga niyan yung bagay yung arms no? Pero right on cue, Pat Salazar hearing that story coming from Mikey Abueg.
No, I really love the stories na being reported to us by Mikey.
True.
Daphne, no? It's, of course, aside from the fact na we are seeing what's happening behind the screens for these girls. We can also parang trace back din kung bakit it explains why yung ganitong athleticism ang meron si Pat Salazar. It's really also din because of her being a softball player dati.
Parang nasasanay tayo, no? Usually yung mga kunyari hindi man nila first love yung volleyball.
Yeah.
Either basketball, ganyan, or badminton. Pero softball for Pat Salazar. Interesting story there.
Parang ikaw, Daphne, first love mo is basketball before heading into volleyball.
Pero hindi talaga ako mag-volleyball. Pang-commentator lang ako. But not really for playing. Kasi hindi umaabot yung service. Hindi ako katulad ni Pat Salazar. Pero ngayon, abante po ng 3 puntos itong National University. Magkakaroon pa ng tsansa itong San Beda. Lamps goes to Vanch, cross court. A bit stunned. Itong side ng San Beda.
Great adjustment made by Vangeline Sug on that attack.
That play was brought to you by Kick, powered by Smart. Our way, our rules. Download the app now. Set number 2, there was a timeout called by Coach Reg talking about or just really highlighting yung variety of attacks for Myrtle Escanlar specifically. And right now, yun yung ginagawa dito ni Vangeline Sug, no? So hard to read whether she's gonna go for those cross courts or down the line. Pero ngayon, Sofia de la Cruz.
It's a great angle there for Sofia de la Cruz, targeting that down the line, using that open, or rather that smaller blocker in front of her.
Also, I want to credit itong si Amber Byong para dito sa side ng San Beda University. She has been all over the place in terms of that floor defense para sa San Beda. Laking tulong yun. Right now, she'll be trying to set it up.
Oh.
Byong again with that save. That push. Nope. Pop set. They go to Vanch. Long ball. Redwell naman for Angel Habacon. Set back on the side of this team from Mendiola. Lamina to Alexa Mata with that finish.
What a pass also that was from Celine Marsh for that counter-attack.
This school play is brought to you by R&B Milk Tea. Order now. Yung palo na yun, napa-half split si Angel Habacon.
And not to mention, Daphne, na it was a counter-attack. So, nanggaling yun sa palo. Hindi yun na chance ball or hindi yun sa serve. But still, na-execute ng maayos ng NU.
4-point game, combination play. Ang ganda ngayon ng ball distribution para sa side ng San Beda University. You would love how Gina Espina has been manning the offense on their end.
That was a great combination play on the side of the Red Spikers there. Well, they need more of those plays, more of those kinds of attacks if they want to get this set against the Lady Bulldogs.
Grabing setup. Ang hirap basahin nun, Lams Lamina.
No, you would not expect din kasi for Lams Lamina to give that to Vanch Alinso kasi in the previous rallies, Daphne, hindi siya binibigyan ni binibigyan ni Lams. In fact, si Lams, binibigyan niya sa iba. She's trying to distribute the ball, but when she gives that one up to Vanch Alinso, talagang puntos agad.
Literal napatay ang bola pag kay Vanch Alinsog. Pero gandang takbo. Dahil boy pa rin ang bola dito. Lams Lamina, combination play this time. Read well by that net defense. Vanch again from behind. Habacon off the blockers. And with that, mapapapalakpak si Coach Kung Fu sa gilid. This spike is brought to you by Potato Corner, world's best flavored fries. Order now.
Angel Habacon was really soaring on that attack, Daphne, no? Ang inaabangan niya talaga na nakaabang na siya doon for that approach.
And right now, San Beda University behind by 3 points. But up by 2 sets to none. Itong side ng National View. And we would like to say hi for those volleyball fans watching us on Facebook, pati na rin po on YouTube. Celine Marsh, unti-unti muli nagpaparamdam.
It's a great angle for Celine Marsh there. Again, using that open space between the double block of San Beda.
Again, with the batchmates of Celine Marsh, she is one of the few players from her batchmates who remained in the program of National University. Siyempre, yung iba sa kanila, find new homes, particularly in University of the Philippines. As we see, Alexa Mata with another service ace, this time in set number 3. Biggest lead here in set number 3, already at 5. Reverse setup.
Not the best of sets for Kat Molina. Immediately apologizing to her teammates. Hindi na niya nakuwang mag-adjust on that reverse set.
Yan itong side ng San Beda. They are currently the host team in the NCAA this season 101.
Great combination play. Unfortunately, too much angle.
Aabante ng 7 puntos itong National University, 16-9.
From era to era to era, the fun goes on. Shakey's 50 years.
Unli projects, plans, play, game! With Smart Unli 5G, valid for 3 days. Tuloy, tuloy, tuloy. Simply reliable. For only 85 pesos. With Smart, load now.
Kick Mobile. Download the Kick app, choose your number, activate the eSIM, and own the country's first ever customizable mobile experience. Stay first in line for network priority. Kick Mobile. Download now.
The Shakey Super Fans of the Game is brought to you by Shakey's. From era to era to era, the fun keeps rolling. 50 years of fun, family, and pizza at Shakey's. Anong team kaya sinusuportahan itong mga to? Sabi ko, naisip ko lang, baka USD kasi yellow yung cup. Yes, pwede rin red kasi nasa gitna. Pwedeng Beda, medyo pwedeng mapuwad.
Pwede din NU. After that navy blue or that blue shirt.
Oo nga.
All around.
Mga
audience natin dito.
Pero still, lamang po ng 7 points. Make that 8 as Alexa Mata seems to be in her comfortable position at the service area. Owning the territory of hers, I guess.
Yes. So far, Alexa Mata really scoring points in every department, in any time that she could here. Not only in set number 1 and set number 2, but here in this set as well, sa offense, sa defense, and right now in the service area.
Again, no Erin Pangilinan. No Sheena Tring, not a problem. With Cham Maaya's presence as well as Alexa Mata.
Well, Celine Marsh had to adjust to that set. Unfortunately, hindi na nakuha yung drop ball.
But regardless, NU in a much more comfortable showing right now. They're still up here by 7 points. You know, just comparing it to what happened in the second set, no? A tighter match, I guess, knowing that ibang players yun. Of course, for Coach Reg, I think she also wants to finish strong para dito sa side ng National University, opting to really allow yung mga first 6 of players to return here in the third set. Kat, this time, playing as a setter.
Angel Habacon just really staying consistent for the San Beda Red Spikers here. And although she is up against a double block in front of her, parang may confidence ka pa rin sa kanya eh. Kung ikaw yung ka-teammate niya na makukuha niya pa rin yung puntos regardless.
Right now, double substitution made here for Coach Reg. Pono and the bomb, Bombita.
Again, ang Bombita, just that double block of San Beda.
This spike is brought to you by Potato Corner, world's best flavored fries. Order now. Mukhang ang kakailanganin nito ng San Beda ay ang student nurse na si K. Bombita with a bomb off the bench after that double substitution. Pono goes to Maaya. Nandun ulit itong si Byong. Janelle Bachar, meanwhile, rested for quite some time. We would like to welcome back her in.
That's great minutes or quality minutes here for Bachar.
I'm just observing itong si Kat Molina, no? Mas nagugustuhan niya o mas nakukuha niya rin siguro yung rhythm niya by trying to orchestrate the offense for San Beda University. Multiple rules in just a single game and even in a single set for Kat Molina. Maaya plays as a setter in that sequence. Although Vanch will be overcooking that one.
Not exactly what Vanch wanted on that execution.
Tsaka Maaya taking accountability on that one. Nakikita ko, nagpa-point siya sa sarili niya eh. Kala ko, setter na rin si si Cham Cham eh. 6-point game sa ating third set. Gandang ilag para kay Celine Marsh.
Great decision there for Celine Marsh. That's a free point for the Lady Bulldogs. Yung mga ganong decision-making din kasi, Daphne, crucial siya eh. Kasi pag alam mong outside na parang wala ka nang ginagawa. Free point na yun sa'yo.
to 13. Kat goes to Janelle.
Great time to block Bachar on that. Opposite attack was Vangeline Sug, who was at the right place and at the right time.
Akala daw ni Vange hindi bibigay sa kanila yung puntos. 8-point lead. Siya Maaya continues to serve for National U. De La Cruz. Pono goes to Bombita. Look how intentional that spike was.
And I like that you keep on mentioning Bombita when in fact, not only she's giving those powerful attacks, pero ang kalma niyang umatake.
This school play is brought to you by R&B Milk Tea. Order now. That Bombita is way too different with her facial reaction because very nonchalant siya, no?
Yes, exactly.
Kahit na very explosive na yung atake niya. Quality minutes we're seeing for this double substitution. Talking about itong si Abby Pono and K. Bombita, but Janelle Bachar with a cross-court kill.
And talk about the quality minutes. Here you also have Janelle Bachar on the side of San Beda, contributing points for her squad at the most crucial times. Oh. Not exactly how Bachar wants that serve to turn out.
But again, itong side ng San Beda University, during our Shakey Super League 2022 and 2023, they went winless. Last season, they bagged their first win in the tournament. So right now, this is actually their best finish so far with 2 victories in Pool A. So makikita mo naman doon na andun yung growth, andun yung progress by each season for San Beda University. And imagine, 3 months pa lamang po sila under the system of Coach Coke for Reyes. But they've been really improving a lot.
Yep. And of course, after that, the game against LPU, we saw last week Daphne, you can really see the improvement of San Beda already in a span of 3 months under Coach Kung Fu. So that's a great manifestation of the system as well. And also, parang a preparation na din to their upcoming NCAA league.
Yun na nga. So they still have a lot of months, no? To really try to improve things out on their end. Siponya goes to Habakon. What a dig coming from Marsh. The bomb. This time, putting too much muscle though.
Yep. But what a great dig that was from Celine Marsh. And si Bombita immediately apologizing eh.
Grabe yung face card ng isang K Bombita. Really pretty and talented.
Yep.
From si K Bombita. So we would like to say hi, of course, to her ate as well. Or her mom, probably watching us also live on our live stream channels. They go to Vange. Great pickup at the back. Hiponya running her way in. Pero Habakon. Nalabas ang bola doon. And with that, NU now at match point. Grabe yung depensa, no? I just wanna acknowledge as well that defense here on this game for Celine Marsh. Parang kasabay niya atang mag-training ng mga one-on-one itong si Hardio. With that defense, she has been helping out for NU. Over-receive chance here for San Beda. Grace to Angel.
No, Angel Habakon could not get a block touch on that last ball that will lead the National U with a straight sets victory in this game.
So here in Pool A, ang mananatiling unblemished right now, itong National University with this 2-0 start in Pool A. Meanwhile, San Beda University will be experiencing their first loss, dropping them with a 2-1 record. As, of course, we would like to still congratulate San Beda University coach Kung Fu Reyes calling the shots for this team. But of course, the supremacy, the consistency of National University continues to progress here in the Shakey Super League Preseason Unity Cup. Ito natin, a lot of players stood out this game. But for our final scores, 25-9, 25-22, and 25-16.
With each new decade, a fun new side. Still serving smiles on every plate. 50 great years, let's celebrate. Shakey's fun goes on and on and on, on and on and on. Shakey's got it going on. We still bring the fun.
With decades of great pizza, chicken, and mojos.
Shakey's fun goes on and on.
From era to era to era. The fun goes on. Shakey's 50 years.
The fun goes on at Shakey's.
Kick Mobile. Download the Kick app, choose your number, activate the eSIM, and own the country's first ever customizable mobile experience. Stay first in line for network priority. Kick Mobile. Download now.
Shakey's Creamy Spinach Pizza. Creamier.
Creamier, yummier.
Unli projects, plans, play, game. With Smart Unli 5G, valid for 3 days. Tuloy, tuloy, tuloy. Simply reliable. For only 85 pesos. With Smart, load now.
This MVP of the match is brought to you by Shakey's. From era to era to era, the fun keeps rolling. 50 years of fun, family, and pizza here at Shakey's.
Oh, of course, our MVP of the match is no other than Alexa Mata, who scored 9 points in her name in this game.
And right now, she is with our courtside reporter, Mikey Abueg.
Congratulations, Alexa, on this emphatic win. Of course, nung second set, medyo naging dikit. And you were outside, hindi ka pinasok nung set na yon. Ano yung masasabi mo sa mga players na nasa loob na talagang linaban nila yung set?
Ako masasabi ko na proud ako sa kanila, pero alam ko na meron pa silang mas ilalabas. Alam ko mas kaya pa nila, mas magaling pa sila sa nilaro nila kanina. Sana lang next game, ilabas nila kung ano talaga yung kaya nilang gawin kasi alam ko malalakas silang lahat.
And then nga, next game, syempre naging dominating naman yung first and third set. Ano pa ba nga abangan namin sa inyo?
Siguro mas more connection pa and mas malinis na laro. Mas madami pang play. Sana lang mas maging malinis at maganda yung mapakita pa namin sa susunod. Alam ko kaya namin yun.
And because of your well-deserved win, sino bang mga gusto mong pasalamatan at batiin?
Gusto ko pong magpasalamat sa lahat ng sumusuporta sa NU, sa lahat po ng mga sa lahat po ng teammates ko at sa mga coaches ko po. Thank you po.
And because of that, meron kang gifts from Shakey's. Congratulations once again. This is Alexa Mata, your player of the game. Balik sa inyo.
Thank you so much, Mikey. And once again, congratulations, Alexa Mata, for being our MVP of the match. Now, time to check out our Smart Powered Up plays brought to you by Smart's Only 5G. Stay connected for only 85 pesos for 3 days. Load now through the Smart app. Recalling the scenarios here, Rhea in set number 1, dominating lead and victory sa set number 1 para sa side ng NU.
Well, we saw how the Lambs, really activated all of her attackers in this set, Daphne. Know that ball distribution really paved the way for the National U to secure that set in a decisive manner. But here, in set number 2, things change a little bit in terms of tempo, especially on the side of Beda. Nakita natin dito how the Red Spikers really showed a better performance here. And in fact, they made it a hard time for the Lady Bulldogs to secure this set in contrary to how they showed in set number 1. But here in set number 3, nagtuloy-tuloy na rin yung dominance ng NU.
Yun na nga, although they knew what went wrong in set number 2, so nagkaroon sila ng adjustments. And that was very evident in set number 3. But in set 2 din, just acknowledging din yung mga naging tulong. Of course, that ball distribution made by Gina Espina, Amber Byong. Final scores 25-9, 25-22, and 25-16. Undefeated pa rin po itong National University. But taking a look at our final numbers.
Of course, with NU tallying more attack points, 39 compared to 22 of Beda. Also tallying more block points, 6 compared to a limited 1 of Beda. Also a limited ace points for Beda here with only 1. And NU capitalizing more points in the service area with 4 of their own. Although both teams are tallying the same amount of errors here, but in the end, mas marami din kasi yung attacks ng NU, and that's because of great ball distribution on that game.
But imagine if NU committed the lesser errors, no? Grabe, mas natapos pa ito ng agad-agad. But wrapping our final game, coming up next, brace yourselves as UST will go up against Mapua University.